Hey everybody, I am that hippie here. Oh god, my hair looks terrible, but whatever. I'm gonna come at you with a video about stuff about me. Yeah. So here we go. And everything you guys know about me, you know that I'm a major gamer from seeing some of the videos that I've put out and other things. But I'm going to explain to you guys why I game. Alright, here we go. There's a few reasons behind the fact why I game. One, my stepdad, the man who helped raise me, who helped my mom raise me, uh, he was a major gamer. He bought me my first console and my first video game, which was the PlayStation 1, and he bought me Prince of Persia: The Warrior Within. Keep in mind, I was like 5, so I was still trying to beat Super Mario, and that never happened. So, yeah, I never once beat Super Mario. It's still the downside of my life, but yeah, and I became a major gamer because at the age of 5, I ended up beating Prince of Persia: The Warrior Within before my dad did. So I had fun, and yeah, that's the reason why I started gaming. Was my stepdad definitely got me into it. My dad definitely got me. If Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. Even though you're not here, you're not around the house anymore. I still love you. But you were the reason that you got me into video games. That's definitely what happened. Number two, well, the second main reason is it it was a way for me to connect with people at school when I still wanted to kind of connect with people at school back when I was a little kid. Video games was definitely the way that me and the other kids, me and the other boys specifically, had something in common. But the thing was, is they were all upset because I was always better at all the video games than they were. Um, Specifically, back in that day, Pokemon was a main one. Pokemon Red and Blue and Silver and Gold, and everyone was always upset because I was annihilating everyone in Pokemon, and I wasn't even using my starter Pokemon, and they were just like, "What?" Because at that time they thought, "Oh, your starter's the only one you need," and they had like a one level 60 Pokemon, whereas my entire team was level 60, and I demolished them because I was all ghost types. All ghost types and go, especially when I was growing up with the first and second gen, ghost types and dark types were freaking trolls, and they were overpowered to the max. And it was hilarious because that was my entire party was set up from was ghost types and dark types, and then I had my starter in there, and every time I started, I would erase my game before I even finished and just start over because I wanted to, and I would always pick a different starter Pokemon than the last time. So one time I would have a, let's say I'm playing red. One time I would go through and I would start with Squirtle. And then one time I would start with Bulbasaur, and then I'd pick Charmander, and then the next time I go through I'd go Bulbasaur, and then I'd go Squirtle, and then I'd go Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. And it's just, I would pick a different one, a random one. It didn't have an order. I just would pick one that I wasn't using last time. And then every once in a while I'd pick one and then get rid of it, as in like stash it in the computer as fast as possible and just go catch other ones and not even ever use my starter Pokemon. You can go through the entire everything without your starter Pokemon in your thing. You could just get rid of them, find better Pokemon, and then just use those. And I think that's when me and my friend Kanan, he got mad at me. He tried to smash my Game Boy Color, but it didn't work because it. If anyone sees a Game Boy Color, they're huge. They're not as big as the original Game Boy, but they're still pretty big. He smacked it against the table, and it did nothing. It didn't break anything. And I picked up my Game Boy Color and continued to play Pokemon because I was in kindergarten and I had all my homework for that entire week done. Uh, yeah, but that was the second reason. One of the second main reason why I got into video games was because all my friends at school played video games, and third reason was after I got a little bit older, I got a 360, and I have later, even a little bit later after that, I got a PS3, allowing me for the first time to play multiplayer over the internet with other people, and that was really fun because yeah, I played Left 4 Dead multiplayer. Oh yeah, it was awesome. I love being a zombie because people never expected me, because they'd never seen me on any of the multiplayer servers before. They just saw, oh, Dark Knight, who's that? Nah, there ain't no way he's gonna. And I demolished the top rank person in that chat room. He's like, you've got to be lag switching or something. I'm like, no, I'm just really good at Left 4 Dead. Because what I would do is, my team ended up getting mad at me when I was on Survivors. Because what I would do is I would get the hunting rifle when we were in the safe room, and as they all left, I would sit in the doorway, and as they're running, if a zombie would come out, I would head shoot it. Like, I'd get a headshot and then refill my ammo and then just camp there. And eventually this one guy got smart, and he's like, they tried to get a smoker to get me out, but what I did was, when I saw the smoker, I closed the door real quick and I shot him. So as his tongue tried to get me, it hit the door, so it didn't do anything, and then I shot where he was, and I ended up shooting him but not killing him, and one of my teammates ended up getting him with a shotgun. Yeah, because they were right next to where everything was happening. And what ended up happening was half the zombie team was trying to kill me, while the other half was trying to kill the other 3 that were running away. So I was surviving in the safe house, allowing them to escape, and then we were talking over the mic, and then when they said they called in the thing, I switched to the assault rifle, killed everyone on the zombie team in front of me, and ran. I ran for that farmhouse as fast as I could because we were on Blood Harvest. The hardest map ever, and multiplayer is insane on that map. But what happened was, right as I was making it to the farmhouse, a hunter jumped on me. Right as I was coming out of the cornfield, a hunter went whap and caught me, just like that. And I was playing Bill because I hit random because I didn't care. I was playing Bill, and the person playing Zoe came out to save me, and his name was the Black Jesus 2029. I never forget that username because I just laughed, because what happened was, after he saved me, I said, "Thank you, Black Jesus," over the headphones, and that made our entire Survivors team laugh so hard. But as we're just sitting there camping at the doorway, we have 2 of us looking out the doorway this way, 2 of us looking back through the house the other way, and it's me playing as Bill and the guy playing as Frank. Francis, not Frank, Francis. Sorry, F names. But the guy playing as Francis, who was the Grim Reaper 17. I don't know who he was, but me and him both had assault rifles, and then we had 2 shotguns, 2 auto shotguns behind us. So if anything got close, we were protected. And right when the tank came around, like we saw it drive in front of us, we followed it out. We said, "Go." And they turned around and we all followed it out and followed it around the house. And as it lowered its door, we got in, and that's when the tank showed up. The tank just came charging at us, and we were like, "Oh my god!" But right as we got on, the tank was like right here next to us, and it was like, "The survivors have won." I was like, we would have died. If that was real, there would have been no, "The survivors won." The tank wouldn't have been like, "Oh darn." No, the tank would have been like, "Hulk smash," and just killed us. But as it was, the tank just turned around and threw a rock at the house. I was like, that wouldn't have happened. This one truck would not have stopped an angry tank. Yeah, that was the 3rd reason. Yeah. But when I hit my teenage years, I finally got a 360 and I got a PS3, and I started playing multiplayer. And then I think what made me a major MMO gamer was I started playing World of Warcraft with a few of my cousins and my stepbrothers. And I made a shaman. I made 2 shamans, actually. One alliance shaman, one horde shaman. The shaman I liked playing the most was my orc shaman. And I had set him up to where he was specifically DPS elemental. Yeah, not enchantment, elemental. I would blast things from a distance, drop a totem which would cause an enchantment on my weapon, and then when they got close enough, I would pummel them to death with my weapon. As a DPS elemental shaman. And people didn't understand that when I went into raids. I was a few levels lower than everybody else. What I would do is, when we'd make it to the boss section of that raid, I'd run up to the boss, drop a totem, turn and run away, and they'd look at me, and then they'd realize what I had done. I would have dropped like a lightning touch totem that makes every friendly weapon inside the area of the totem have the enchantment of the totem. So all the warriors would go bing and walk into my totem and start attacking the boss. And I had frost strike, lightning touch, fire, nature, dark, light, all that. I had all the elemental totems that I could just drop, and people would be like, "Now I have this on my weapon." Um, yeah, but and I the only really major spell I ranked up a lot was my thunderbolt or my chain lightning thing, whatever it was. It was did massive damage to one person, and in boss raids it was amazing because it was because it recharged so fast. So it was just and it was just amazing, and that that was how I got into MMOs. And then later I started playing other MMOs more than I kept playing WoW. I got into DDO, Dungeons and Dragons Online, because having played Dungeons and Dragons, the old pen and paper version, and having played the video games, I was looking for a Dungeons and Dragons game where I could watch my character go and kill things, but still had a good enough story, because the video games didn't. The video games had terrible stories. I think the best video game that got closest to Dungeons and Dragons for a story was the Champions of Norath and Champions of Norath Return to Arms, because you had so much character customization and you can control the story rather well, but there's still a plot line, so no matter what your choices you make, you still go down one path or the other. So there's still a story, but you have choice, and I liked that game. I liked it a lot. But and I played DDO, and I got really into that, and I got really high up there as a Warforged monk. I think that's considered cheating, because Warforged monks, they don't run out of stamina as fast. They don't have breath. They can't be affected by poison or disease or mind control. And then monks get all this bonuses to dodge, speed, and attacking. And, well, Warforged already have extremely high defense, so I had extremely high defense and extremely high evasion. So it was very unlikely you would hit my character, but if you did, it wouldn't really hurt my character. See what I'm saying? So I was the tank. I took all the damage. Like, I built out aggro, and I had all these AoE like attacks. Like, I had thundering, I had cyclone kick, which just spun my character around and just hit everything around me. And well, I was set as, everyone always kept using me as aggro, because hardly anything could hit me, and while I'm dealing damage on them, they're getting killed by my party members. But it was party XP and party loot, so everybody got, it was in a pool, and at the end of it, it was all divvied up, and it was in like my guild. That's how we had it set up. I wasn't the guild leader, but I helped form the guild, so I was pretty high up, and I was in charge of a few of the raids. And because the guild master wouldn't always get on with us, but us other guys, we would get on, and we would go on these raids, and we'd get the shared XP and the shared loot piles, and we'd divvy up the loot afterwards, and the XP would just automatically go equally split, because, well, that's the way we set it up with the guild for raids. Because you could, in DDO, you could set up how you wanted XP and loot to be shared during raids. You could do it, you keep what you kill, or XP and loot pool. You keep what you kill, really, it does work, but it doesn't, because every once in a while you get those douchebags that just want to walk up after you've been working on a guy, and they just walk up and end him. Like, they just take the kill, and then they get everything and you get nothing. And that would not have flown in my guild. We would have booted him immediately. We do not take kill stealers. We don't. Doesn't matter if he's just he's a 6-year-old. He's just learning the game. I'm like, no, We told everyone, you don't do that. We told him, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, even though we had the pool of XP and loot, we still told people, you don't kill steal. If someone's going aggro and he's just taking everyone's attention, then yes, you can attack those things that are attacking him, but not the one he's attacking. Because the one he's attacking, he wants to kill it. So, and I was usually aggro. Our guild leader was a cleric. So he was the holy divine warrior. I think we were called the Holy Fist Order. Or some the order of the Holy Fist. And our symbol was literally a fist with a sun behind it. So it was like, huh, because we could design our own emblems in that guild, which was awesome. And we literally had a fist with a sunrise behind it. It was really cool. And yeah, and the sun was red and the fist was white, and it was really cool. And it was on a yellow flag. So at our guild base was a yellow flag with a red sun and a white fist. And it wasn't just a fist, it was like a fist and part of a forearm that faded away into the paint. Like, it was like whoosh, whoosh. So it was really cool. And yeah, I wish I could get back on DDO, but my account was deleted a long time ago. Thanks a lot, douchebags. But anyway, and then now more recently, I've gotten into DC Universe and Defiance, two drastically different MMOs. But I like DC Universe because while I'm not a big DC fan, I do like the power sets they have in that game, and I do like some of the missions they have. Like, I can go beat the crap out of Scarecrow, and I can go beat the crap out of Lex Luthor, because, well, I like being the hero. I like being hero Batman, and I like being villain Joker. I don't like being any of the other ones, because one, I don't like Superman, I don't like Wonder Woman, I don't like Lex Luthor, I don't like Circe. I like Batman and Joker. That's it. But what I'm upset about is they have still yet to put in a Scarab power set. Come on, Blue Beetle's epic. I don't even think he's in the game. I haven't seen him at all. I was like, where the hell's Blue Beetle? I mean, I found Cyborg, I found Beast Boy, I found Nightwing, Robin, two Robins, I found Tim Drake and Damian Wayne. Yeah, that was creepy. And I found all these other guys, but I have yet to find Blue Beetle. I'm like, where the fuck is Blue Beetle? Come on. I mean, he'd be like hand blasting for the fighting style, and then like his power set, you could have like all these tech like abilities, but have them like different, like, because he was yes, he was tech, but it was a different kind of tech. It was like he could morph his hand into a sword and like people up for a little bit, and then it would go back and he'd morph his other hand into like a plasma cannon. Because Blue Beetle's Scarab could become any weapon he wanted it to, which is probably one of the reasons why I liked Blue Beetle so much. Plus, and I watched Young Justice, and I liked the Blue Beetle in that. I liked Blue Beetle in that because he couldn't quite control the Scarab, which no Blue Beetle has ever quite controlled the Scarab, which I think is hilarious because the Scarab always has a mind of its own. At the end of the show, at the end of the show, he gets along with it and he understands it, and he's like, yeah, let's do this. Who can stop us? I mean, even Batman goes, no, I'm not fucking with that. But yeah, and then I played Defiance based off the TV show Defiance. On Sci-Fi, one of the only good sci-fi TV shows to ever produce a good game. So yeah, Defiance was amazing. Season 1 on Sci-Fi. I have yet to watch season 2 because my freaking TV is retarded and my computer won't let me load it. But I watched almost all of season 1. I missed like the last 2 episodes. But what happened is when I got the game Defiance, I played through all the season 1 missions, which they supposedly happened right after the end of season 1, the TV show. So I was kind of helping them in the San Francisco Bay Area, and then in season 2, Currently the season 2 missions are going on right now, and I'm halfway through one of them, and it is really epic. And I have yet to even get halfway through the main mission, the main missions for Defiance, because I'm so busy playing the episode missions. I'm just like, season 1, season 2, yeah, Nolan, Arissa. I'd rather be helping you guys than be helping some Von Bach motherfucker. But I love it because no matter what you choose in the beginning, whether you be human, Irathian, or Cassithan, because I have the Cassithan charge pack, yeah, I have DLC, which is fun. But it doesn't matter because you all get the same 4 classes to choose from to begin with. But no, all it does is give you a different outfit to start with, and you start with a different gun. That's all you start with. The powers aren't any different. You get the same 4 basic powers, which I love that. I was like, okay, you got overcharge, blur, decoy, and cloak. And I love the decoy power because it is such trolling. Because I just send out a decoy, run this way, shoot you from over here, and then I switch spots with my decoy and continue shooting you from behind. And it's just, it's ultimate trolling. Because I can just like run completely this way with a decoy running that way, then switch spots with it and get behind cover and then like launch a grenade at you or something and completely mess people up. And I think people love having me on their teams in that game because I chose decoy, and I'm one of the few people that employ it in such a trolling style that the AI in that game can't keep up with it. They're like, what do we do? Because I'm over here 1 second, and they notice that after the decoy first, a few seconds, decoy only works for a few seconds. But what people never found out is if you click it again, you can switch spots with your decoy. And the AI can't keep up with that. If you keep shooting them, they realize faster, and then you can switch and shoot them from over there, and it confuses them, and they don't know which one to shoot. So you have a momentary lapse of you can go and get behind cover or lob a grenade at them and then get behind cover. It's something to that effect, and it's a really useful power. The other most useful one is probably overcharge, because it like doubles the damage your gun does or something. So if you have a really high powered sniper rifle and you overcharge it, you're gonna do like murder, just brutal murder with one shot. But that's why I'm still into games right now, is these MMOs. They're so much fun. And there's these new ideas and concepts for games keep coming out. And games these days look beautiful. Like, there's vast improvements of games just from when I was a kid to now. Like, from when I was 5, which was only 13 years ago, to now, to today. 13 years, and there's so much improvement. Hell, from when my little brother was 5, and he's only 14. So when my little brother was 5 to nowadays, there's still an amazing amount of improvement. Hell, from last year to this year, there's so much improvement to the graphics of video games, some TVs and systems can't even run them. If you try and get if you try and run Mass Effect 3 in HD 1080p quality on a laptop, you're gonna burn your laptop to a crisp. You need a desktop with so much RAM and graphics card that it would cost you a fortune, because that game has so much cinematic sequences built into the actual gameplay that it would fry everything in your computer, because your computer just can't keep up with it. Doesn't matter how good the processor power is, it all depends on the RAM. But yeah, that's why I love games, is they just look beautiful. And that's probably the main reason why I still game. That's the main reason why I game. Games are beautiful, and they're a way to connect with other people. Even if you're not talking to them face to face, you are interacting with other people, and that is amazing. So thank you guys. I am Dad Hippie, and I am logging off for now.